This is about the bed you are sleeping on. My beloved child, the bed you are sleeping on right now is not just a place of rest. It has been listening to you in silence. Every night when the lights go off and the world grows quiet, that bed holds the weight of your thoughts, your fears, your hopes you never say out loud. It remembers the nights you stared at the ceiling, asking questions no one answered. It knows the tears you wiped away quickly so no one would notice. And here is what you must understand from the very beginning: this is not accidental. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you inside this message, and it is directly connected to where you lay your head every night. Listen carefully now. That bed has become a witness to a turning point. You think it is just furniture, but it has carried the energy of your patience, your endurance, your silent strength. While you were lying there feeling forgotten, something unseen was being prepared. Decisions were being shaped. Timelines were shifting. The very place where you felt weakest is about to become the place associated with a powerful change. Stay till the end of this message, because what is coming will make sense of the restlessness you have been feeling lately, the sudden thoughts that arrive without warning, the sense that something is about to move. Here is the part most people miss. Before major transformations, there is always a season of stillness. And your bed represents that stillness. It was not punishment, it was preparation. The waiting, the long nights, the silence, none of it was wasted. Don't skip this truth: the season connected to that bed is closing. Very soon, the meaning of rest itself will change for you. The same place that held your exhaustion will soon witness relief, clarity, and a release you did not expect. Something huge is waiting for you, and this message is only opening the door. Stay aware. Stay present. What happens next will not come loudly, but it will come undeniably. You may not realize this yet, but the bed you return to each night has marked the boundary between who you were and who you are becoming. It has absorbed the pauses in your life, the moments where nothing seemed to move. While you rested there, time was not standing still. Invisible shifts were taking place. Patterns were breaking quietly. Paths were being redirected without noise. Stay till the end of this part, because this is where the meaning deepens, and something huge is waiting for you just beyond what you can currently see. That bed has been a place of instruction, not comfort alone. It taught you patience when answers delayed. It taught you endurance when change refused to arrive quickly. Many nights you thought you were resting, but in truth, you were being aligned. The heaviness you felt was not failure, it was pressure shaping strength. Don't skip this understanding: people often rise not from movement, but from stillness. The bed you sleep on became the quiet classroom where resilience was formed. And now, the lesson is almost complete. Here is the shift you need to hear clearly. When a place stops feeling the same, it means its purpose is ending. If lately your rest feels different, lighter, or more restless, it is because the chapter connected to that bed is nearing its conclusion. A transition is preparing itself. The stillness is loosening its grip. Very soon, rest will no longer feel like escape, but renewal. Stay till the end of this journey, because what comes next will reframe everything you thought those silent nights meant. Something huge is waiting for you, and this place has already done its part. Pay attention now, because this part carries a quiet urgency. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where your mind replayed the same thoughts again and again, searching for meaning. Those thoughts were not random. Each one was a signal, shaping your awareness, sharpening your intuition. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you right after this realization. The reason you felt awake even while lying down is because your inner world was preparing to change before your outer world could follow. There is a moment before every major shift when rest becomes lighter and the heart becomes louder. That is where you are now. The bed no longer holds you the way it used to, because your spirit is ready to move forward. What once felt like safety may now feel temporary. Stay till the end of this part, because this feeling is not confusion. It is confirmation. The season of waiting is thinning, and the signals around you are becoming clearer. Understand this deeply: places carry memory. And when their purpose is fulfilled, they release you. The bed you have been sleeping on is beginning to let go. That is why your thoughts have changed, your expectations have shifted, and your patience feels different. Don't skip this truth. Something huge is waiting for you beyond the stillness you have known, and soon, rest itself will take on a new meaning, one connected not to survival, but to peace. Listen closely, because this part changes how you see everything behind you. The bed you are sleeping on has been the final checkpoint before movement. Every time you lay down, you unknowingly crossed a line between endurance and release. That is why certain thoughts stopped hurting the way they used to. That is why memories began to lose their grip. Don't skip this understanding. When pain no longer feels sharp, it means its lesson is complete. Something huge is waiting for you on the other side of this realization, and it begins with recognizing that you are no longer who you were when this season started. What you felt as heaviness was not meant to stay forever. It was a signal of transition. The bed became the place where old burdens were quietly set down, one night at a time. While you rested, attachments loosened. Expectations softened. Strength settled in without announcement. Stay till the end of this part, because here is the shift: when a place stops holding your worries, it means your future is ready to carry you forward. The silence you experienced was not emptiness, it was space being cleared. Now understand this final truth of this part. You will not remain connected to that bed in the same way much longer. Its role is finishing. Soon, rest will feel different, lighter, shorter, purposeful. The waiting energy is dissolving. Movement is approaching. Don't skip this moment of awareness. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it arrives, you will look back and realize that the place where you once lay still was never a stopping point. It was a launch. Notice what has been quietly happening inside you, because this part is subtle but powerful. The bed you are sleeping on has already witnessed your inner decision, even before you spoke it aloud. There was a night when something shifted, when your thoughts stopped begging and started accepting. That moment mattered more than you realize. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you right after acceptance replaces resistance. The calm you felt was not surrender, it was readiness. There is a reason you no longer feel the same weight when you lie down. The mind releases pressure when it knows a chapter is ending. That bed has been the place where your spirit rehearsed letting go. Night after night, without effort, you loosened your grip on what drained you. Stay till the end of this part, because here is the truth: when rest becomes quieter, life is preparing to speak louder. The silence you experienced was not absence, it was alignment. Carry this final thought with you. The bed is no longer a place of waiting. It has become a place of confirmation. What once held you steady is now gently pushing you forward. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you beyond stillness, beyond repetition, beyond the nights that felt endless. Very soon, you will rest not because you are tired, but because you are fulfilled. Pay attention now, because this part connects the past to what is about to unfold. The bed you are sleeping on has been the silent divider between your old worries and your new awareness. There were nights when you carried the same concern into sleep, and mornings when it felt slightly weaker. That was not time passing, it was release happening. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you as soon as you recognize how much has already changed within you. You may have thought nothing was happening because everything felt slow. But slowness was the protection. While you rested, your perspective matured. Your reactions softened. Your strength stopped being loud and became steady. Stay till the end of this part, because here is the shift: when growth becomes quiet, it becomes permanent. The bed became the place where that quiet strength settled into you without resistance. Hold this truth clearly. You are no longer lying down to escape the day, you are resting to prepare for what comes next. That difference matters. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this phase, and when it arrives, you will understand why the waiting happened exactly where you are now. Stay present with this part, because it carries a turning signal. The bed you are sleeping on has marked the end of repetition. There was a time when every night felt the same, when rest brought no clarity. That cycle is breaking. You may sense it in small ways. Shorter thoughts, calmer breathing, a subtle feeling that you are done waiting. Don't skip this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you the moment you accept that you are no longer stuck. What once felt like confinement has quietly transformed into grounding. The bed did not trap you, it stabilized you while everything else felt uncertain. While you lay still, your inner direction aligned. Decisions formed without pressure. Stay till the end of this part, because this is important. When confusion fades without effort, it means direction has already been chosen within you. Understand this clearly now. You will not stay in this phase much longer. The bed has served its purpose as a place of pause. Movement is approaching, and it will feel natural, not forced. Don't skip this truth. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this stillness, and the calm you feel now is the final sign that you are ready to step forward. Remain with this moment, because this part reveals what was hidden in plain sight. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where your strength quietly reset itself each night. You may not have noticed it happening, but resilience was being restored while you rested. The exhaustion you carried before no longer returns the same way. Don't skip this realization, because something huge is waiting for you as soon as you recognize how prepared you truly are. There is a difference between resting to survive and resting to advance. That difference has already begun inside you. The bed stopped feeling heavy because its role shifted. It became a place of renewal rather than recovery. Stay till the end of this part, because this is the sign: when rest feels purposeful, movement is close. The waiting energy is dissolving, replaced by quiet confidence. Take this truth with you. You are not being held back anymore, you are being positioned. The bed has been the final place of stillness before action. Don't skip this understanding. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this point, and the calm you feel now is not the end. It is the beginning. Be attentive now, because this part carries a gentle but certain shift. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where your inner voice grew clearer. At first it was drowned out by worry, but over time it became steady, calm, and direct. That clarity did not come from effort, it came from rest. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you as soon as you trust what you already know inside. You no longer wake up with the same questions you used to. Some answers arrived without words. Others stopped needing answers at all. The bed became the space where overthinking slowly released its hold. Stay till the end of this part, because here is the truth: when the mind quiets on its own, it means alignment has taken place. You are no longer searching, you are recognizing. Hold this clearly. The season of uncertainty is thinning. You are being gently guided forward, not pushed. The bed has completed its role as a place of processing. Don't skip this understanding. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this calm, and soon, clarity will turn into motion without resistance. Stay deeply aware now, because this part carries weight and momentum together. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where your identity slowly separated from your circumstances. Night after night, without noise, you stopped defining yourself by what was missing and began sensing who you were becoming. That shift did not happen suddenly. It unfolded quietly, breath by breath, thought by thought. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you right after this understanding. The rest you took was not escape, it was reconstruction. While the world saw stillness, something inside you was being rebuilt with precision. There were moments on that bed when you felt nothing at all, and those moments mattered most. Emptiness was not loss, it was space. Space for new direction, new strength, new certainty to enter without resistance. You were not being delayed, you were being cleared. Old narratives loosened their hold. Old fears lost their voice. Stay till the end of this part, because this is crucial. When rest becomes neutral instead of heavy, it means the past no longer controls your present. The bed became the quiet threshold where old weight was set down permanently. Now receive this truth fully. The phase connected to that bed is reaching completion. You are no longer meant to linger in preparation. What comes next will ask you to move, to respond, to step forward with confidence you did not force. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this stillness, and it will arrive naturally, without struggle or strain. When it does, you will understand why rest came first, why silence lasted longer than expected, and why the place where you once lay awake became the foundation for what you are about to rise into. Remain focused, because this part reveals the final layer of what has been happening. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where your inner resistance finally softened. Not because you gave up, but because you grew stronger than what once challenged you. There were nights when you realized you were no longer fighting the same battles in your mind. That realization mattered. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you beyond this inner shift, and it begins with acknowledging how far you have come. You may have noticed that your thoughts no longer spiral the way they used to. The bed became the place where emotional noise slowly lost its volume. Concerns that once demanded attention now pass quietly. Stay till the end of this part, because here is the truth: when the mind stops revisiting old worries, it means resolution has already taken place inside you. You are no longer rehearsing the past, you are preparing for what is next. Carry this final understanding with you. The season of inner struggle is closing. You are stepping into a phase where action will feel aligned instead of forced. The bed has completed its role as a place of release. Don't skip this truth. Something huge is waiting for you ahead, and it will meet you not in exhaustion, but in clarity and calm. Stay with this part, because it gathers everything that has been forming quietly. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where your inner timing synchronized with what is ahead. You were not late. You were not early. You were exactly where you needed to be while unseen alignment took place. Night after night, your patience was tested, not to weaken you, but to deepen you. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you as soon as you understand that the waiting itself shaped your readiness. There were hours on that bed when you questioned why progress felt invisible. Yet in those very hours, your perception was sharpening. You learned to recognize what truly matters and what no longer deserves your energy. That refinement could not happen in motion, it required stillness. Stay till the end of this part, because here is the truth: when clarity forms without urgency, it becomes unshakable. The bed became the place where distractions fell away, leaving only what is essential. Now receive this final layer of understanding. You are approaching the moment where rest transitions into response. The preparation phase is closing, and engagement is approaching. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this calm threshold, and when it arrives, you will not question it. You will recognize it instantly, because the place where you rested taught you how to know when the time is right. Be fully present now, because this part speaks to what is about to activate. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where intention quietly formed. Without effort, without pressure, your desires became clearer and more focused. You stopped asking for everything and started sensing what truly aligns with you. That shift was important. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you the moment intention and readiness meet. You may have noticed that your dreams, even your waking thoughts, began to feel more directed. The bed became the place where scattered energy gathered itself. Nothing was forced. Everything settled naturally. Stay till the end of this part, because this is the sign: when focus appears without struggle, the next step is already prepared. The waiting season did not drain you, it refined you. Hold this final truth of this part. You are standing at the edge of movement. The place of rest has done its work, and clarity is now steady within you. Don't skip this understanding. Something huge is waiting for you ahead, and you will move toward it not with uncertainty, but with quiet confidence shaped in stillness. Stay grounded with this part, because it carries depth and confirmation together. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where trust quietly replaced urgency. At one time, you needed signs, reassurance, constant reminders that things would change. But somewhere along the way, that need softened. You began to rest without demanding answers. That shift did not come from giving up, it came from knowing. Don't skip this realization, because something huge is waiting for you right after trust settles fully. When urgency leaves, alignment enters. There were long nights when nothing external moved, yet something internal became unshakable. The bed held you steady while your confidence matured in silence. You stopped trying to force outcomes. You stopped replaying conversations in your head. Instead, you allowed things to unfold. Stay till the end of this part, because this is important. When the need to control fades, readiness has already arrived. The stillness you experienced was not emptiness, it was certainty forming without noise. Now understand this clearly and deeply. The phase connected to that bed is almost complete. You are no longer meant to prepare in isolation. What comes next will meet you where you stand, not where you lie down. Rest will soon feel lighter, shorter, purposeful, because your life will begin to move again. Don't skip this awareness. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this moment of calm assurance, and when it arrives, you will not rush toward it. You will rise naturally, carrying with you the strength, patience, and clarity that were shaped quietly in the place you once thought was only for rest. Remain attentive now, because this part speaks to release and arrival at the same time. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where you finally stopped carrying what was never meant to stay with you. Without realizing it, you set down expectations that drained you and worries that no longer belonged to your future. That release happened gently, not dramatically, and that is why it is lasting. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you right after release is complete. What you let go of made room for what is ready to come. You may feel a quiet sense of closure when you lie down now, as if certain chapters no longer follow you into rest. The bed no longer feels like a refuge from the world, but a neutral space where you reset with ease. Stay till the end of this part, because here is the truth: when rest feels uncomplicated, it means your inner world is no longer divided. Alignment has taken place, and it is stable. Carry this final understanding forward. You are entering a phase where movement will not exhaust you. Action will feel natural because resistance has already been released. The bed has fulfilled its role as a place of shedding weight. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you ahead, and when it appears, you will meet it lighter, clearer, and fully ready to move beyond the stillness that prepared you so well. Stay steady with this part, because it brings a deeper understanding of why everything unfolded the way it did. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where your inner balance quietly returned. Not excitement, not fear, balance. Night after night, extremes softened. Hope stopped feeling fragile. Concern stopped feeling heavy. You reached a point where you could rest without tension, and that moment was a signal. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you right after balance replaces strain. When balance arrives, movement becomes sustainable, not exhausting. There were times when you thought progress should feel dramatic, but instead it felt calm. That calm was not emptiness, it was strength settling in. The bed became the place where your nervous energy finally slowed, where urgency dissolved into clarity. Stay till the end of this part, because this matters. When calm appears without effort, it means your inner foundation is strong enough to hold what is coming next. You were not meant to carry forward with pressure, you were meant to move forward with steadiness. Now take this truth with you. You are no longer preparing to survive the next chapter, you are preparing to live it fully. The bed has completed its role as a place of recalibration. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you ahead, and it will not demand more from you than you can give. It will meet you where you are now, balanced, grounded, and ready to step forward without losing yourself again. Remain open to this part, because it carries a quiet certainty you may already be sensing. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where confidence returned without announcement. Not loud confidence, not forced belief, steady knowing. There was a moment when doubt stopped arguing with you, when fear stopped demanding proof. That moment mattered more than you think. Don't skip this awareness, because something huge is waiting for you right after certainty settles in fully. When doubt steps back, direction steps forward. You may have noticed that your thoughts no longer rush you. Decisions feel clearer, even before you act on them. The bed became the place where your inner voice stopped negotiating and started guiding. Nothing needed to be proven. Nothing needed to be chased. Stay till the end of this part, because this is essential. When clarity feels calm instead of urgent, it means alignment is complete. You are no longer reacting, you are responding with intention. Take this final truth of this part with you. The phase of internal questioning is ending. You are stepping into a time where trust in yourself becomes natural, not something you have to remind yourself of. The bed has finished its role as a place of rebuilding belief. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you ahead, and it will meet you not in hesitation, but in quiet confidence shaped during the still nights that prepared you for what comes next. Stay fully present, because this part reveals what is now unfolding around you. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where readiness became real, not imagined. You may have felt moments of calm certainty, followed by a strange sense that life is about to respond. That feeling is not coincidence. It is timing aligning. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you as soon as readiness meets opportunity. The stillness has done its work, and movement is beginning to gather quietly. You might notice subtle signs during your days now. Small shifts in conversations, unexpected thoughts, a sense that doors are closer than they appear. The bed has been the place where your inner world caught up with what is forming outside. Stay till the end of this part, because this matters deeply. When preparation finishes internally, the external world starts rearranging without resistance. You are not chasing change anymore. Change is approaching you. Hold this understanding firmly. You are standing at the edge of transition. The bed has completed its role as a place of waiting and shaping. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you just beyond this point, and when it arrives, it will feel familiar, because you were already prepared for it in the quiet moments where everything seemed still. Remain attentive, because this part speaks to recognition. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where you quietly outgrew the version of yourself that needed constant reassurance. You may not have noticed the exact moment it happened, but it did. One night, fear stopped checking on you. Worry stopped waking you. That was not absence, it was completion. Don't skip this realization, because something huge is waiting for you right after you acknowledge that you are no longer defined by what once unsettled you. You may feel a strange calm now, even when circumstances are not fully resolved. That calm did not come from certainty of outcomes, it came from certainty of self. The bed became the place where self-trust anchored itself. Stay till the end of this part, because this is essential. When calm remains without explanation, it means your foundation is stable. You are no longer shaken by delays or silence. Carry this final truth forward. You are ready to be recognized by what comes next in your life. The waiting phase has refined you beyond doubt. The bed has completed its role as a place of reassurance. Don't skip this understanding. Something huge is waiting for you ahead, and it will meet you where you stand now, steady, grounded, and no longer looking back at what has already released you. Stay deeply connected with this part, because it brings everything into alignment at once. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where endurance quietly transformed into strength. Not the kind of strength that announces itself, but the kind that remains steady no matter what shifts around it. There were nights when you thought you were only surviving the hours, yet those hours were shaping a resilience that cannot be shaken easily. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you right after you recognize how solid you have become. What once tested you no longer has the power to break you. There is a reason rest feels different now. You are no longer collapsing into sleep, you are choosing it. That difference matters. The bed became the place where you stopped feeling drained and started feeling restored. Your energy learned how to return to itself without struggle. Stay till the end of this part, because this is important. When restoration replaces exhaustion, life is preparing to engage you at a higher level. You are not meant to move forward carrying the weight of old fatigue. Now receive this truth fully. The season of silent endurance is ending. You are stepping into a phase where your strength will finally be used, not just tested. The bed has completed its role as a place of recovery. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this threshold, and when it arrives, you will meet it from a place of readiness, stability, and calm power built during the nights when no one else saw what was happening inside you. Stay open now, because this part speaks to what is beginning to reveal itself. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where patience matured into wisdom. Not forced patience, but the kind that understands timing without frustration. There were nights when you stopped counting how long things were taking. That shift mattered. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you right after patience becomes understanding. When understanding arrives, peace follows naturally. You may sense that your reactions have changed. Things that once disturbed your rest no longer hold the same power. The bed became the place where emotional balance settled in quietly. Stay till the end of this part, because this is essential. When emotional steadiness arrives without effort, it means you are prepared to handle what is about to move in your life. You are no longer reactive, you are responsive. Carry this truth with you now. You are entering a phase where clarity will guide your steps more than urgency ever did. The bed has completed its role as a place of emotional training. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you ahead, and it will meet you in a state of calm awareness shaped during the still nights that taught you how to wait without losing yourself. Stay completely present with this part, because it gathers the quiet signals into one clear direction. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where inner order replaced inner noise. Thoughts that once competed for attention learned to settle into clarity. You stopped waking up confused. You started waking up aware. That change did not happen suddenly, it happened because your mind finally felt safe to rest. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you right after clarity becomes consistent. When clarity stays, confusion has no power left. There is a noticeable difference now in how you enter rest. You no longer carry the entire day with you. The bed became the place where you learned how to close cycles, how to end thoughts gently instead of dragging them into sleep. Stay till the end of this part, because this matters deeply. When the mind learns to release on its own, it becomes ready to receive without effort. You are not just resting, you are resetting in a healthy way. Now hold this final understanding firmly. You are approaching a moment where awareness will guide action naturally. The preparation stage is nearly complete. The bed has fulfilled its role as a place of mental alignment. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this stage, and when it arrives, your response will be clear, grounded, and free from the inner chaos that once held you back. Stay centered now, because this part speaks to completion. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where readiness settled into certainty. Not anticipation, not waiting, certainty. There was a quiet night when you realized you no longer needed reassurance to move forward. That realization was the final signal. Don't skip this moment, because something huge is waiting for you right after certainty locks in. When certainty arrives, hesitation dissolves without effort. You may feel a subtle shift in how you greet each day. The future no longer feels distant, it feels near and reachable. The bed became the place where intention turned into resolve. Stay till the end of this part, because this is vital. When resolve feels calm instead of tense, it means you are fully prepared. You are no longer gathering strength, you are ready to use it. Take this truth with you as this phase closes. The role of waiting, shaping, and refining has ended. You are stepping into movement guided by clarity and inner stability. The bed has completed its purpose as a place of transformation. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you just ahead, and when it appears, you will rise naturally, without doubt, without delay, knowing that the stillness behind you prepared you perfectly for what comes next. Stay fully aware now, because this part carries the quiet closing of a long cycle. The bed you are sleeping on has been the place where acceptance became natural. Not acceptance of limits, but acceptance of truth. You stopped arguing with reality and started understanding it. That change was subtle, yet powerful. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you right after acceptance turns into clarity. When clarity settles, resistance no longer has a place to hide. The nights that once felt endless were actually guiding you toward this calm recognition, shaping your perception without force. There was a time when rest felt like a pause you did not choose. Now it feels like a pause that serves you. That difference marks completion. The bed became the space where unfinished emotions finally reached their end. Old tension released without explanation. Old questions faded without answers. Stay till the end of this part, because this is important. When things end quietly, it means they ended completely. You are no longer carrying fragments of the past into the present. Your inner world feels ordered because it is no longer crowded. Hold this final layer close. You are standing at the threshold of movement that does not require proving, rushing, or convincing. The bed has finished its role as a place of inner closure. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you beyond this moment, and it will meet you whole, not half-ready. When you rise from rest now, you rise lighter, clearer, and fully aligned, because the place where you once lay still completed its work, and you are ready to move forward without looking back. My beloved child, this is the moment everything quietly comes together. The bed you are sleeping on has completed its purpose in your life. It was never meant to be permanent, it was meant to prepare you. Every night you lay there, something unseen was being finished inside you. Now, that phase is closing. You may feel it as a gentle restlessness, a subtle readiness, a sense that staying still any longer would feel unnatural. Don't skip this, because something huge is waiting for you right after this ending. Endings that arrive without noise are the most powerful ones. What comes next will not announce itself with chaos. It will arrive calmly, almost normally, yet it will change how you see everything. The bed will no longer hold the same meaning, because your inner world no longer needs the same kind of pause. Rest will still come, but it will feel lighter, purposeful, complete. Stay till the end of this message, because this is the truth. When preparation ends, life begins to respond. The silence you lived through was not absence, it was construction. And now, the structure is ready. Carry this final understanding with you. You are not moving forward empty-handed. You are moving forward refined, strengthened, and aligned. The place where you once waited has released you. Don't skip this realization. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it arrives, you will not be surprised, you will recognize it. Because the bed you slept on did not delay you. It shaped you for this exact moment.